in Michigan and Indiana when it stopped assembly lines in Canada and Mexico because of the taxes. The supply chain problems are happening right now. North American car making is deeply connected after decades of free trade. Putting 25% taxes at the borders is already causing big problems. General Motors stopped making cars at a plant in Mexico while making more in Indiana. Jaguar Land Rover temporarily stopped all shipments to the US. Infiniti stopped making 2 SUV models in Mexico, and many US parts plants had to close when their Canadian and Mexican customers shut down. This shows how connected our cross-border car making is, and how taxes on one part affect everything else. America's allies and trading partners reacted quickly and angrily to the tax announcement. The European Union leader called it bad for businesses, worse for consumers. Germany's economy minister said Europe will not take this lying down and called for strong countermeasures. Canada and Mexico, our closest partners, felt betrayed. Canada quickly prepared to fight back, and by April 7th, took the case to the World Trade Organization. Japan was very upset that the taxes broke a 2019 trade deal. Japanese car makers could lose $25 billion every year from these taxes. These reactions could lead to other countries putting taxes on American goods, possibly starting a trade war that could hurt many industries beyond just cars. For regular Americans, these taxes mean one thing: higher costs. New cars, which already cost more than ever, will get even more expensive. If car makers face around $4,000 in extra cost per car, they'll pass much of that on to you. Used car prices will likely go up too. With new cars costing more people will look at used cars, driving up demand and prices. Car repairs will also cost more. Many replacement parts like brake pads, filters, and electronics come from other countries. And starting May 3rd, those parts will cost 25% more. This means higher repair bills and possibly higher insurance costs. People with lower and middle incomes will be hit hardest because they tend to buy cheaper new cars where a $3,000 price jump is a bigger percentage increase. They often drive older cars that need more repairs. They spend more of their income on transportation, and they may have fewer choices if some affordable car models become hard to find. One auto industry leader put it simply: these taxes are like a tax on being able to get around. The 25% car taxes quickly led to legal challenges and questions about whether they break trade agreements. Under World Trade Organization rules, the taxes appear to break America's promises. Canada has already filed a complaint saying the auto taxes violate multiple trade rules. The taxes also strain several trade deals. The agreement with Canada and Mexico was designed to ensure free trade in cars within North America. The 2019 US-Japan trade deal included promises that the US would not put taxes on Japanese cars, and WTO rules generally don't allow such one-sided tax hikes. If a trade war gets bigger, the WTO has warned it could reverse global trade and slow down economic growth worldwide. To better understand this, let's look at past car trade measures. The US generally has had low taxes on foreign vehicles for decades, only 2.5% on cars and 25% on pickup trucks. That 25% tax on pickup trucks, known as the chicken tax, started in 1964 when President Johnson put it in place to get back at Europe for taxes on US chicken. That tax changed the car market. Foreign companies mostly stopped sending pickups to the US and instead built truck plants in America. It protected Detroit's dominance in trucks, but also limited choices and raised prices. In the 1980s, facing competition from Japanese cars, the Reagan administration pressured Japan to limit how many cars they sent to America, rather than imposing taxes. Those measures did lead Japanese car makers to build factories in the US, but also resulted in higher prices. The 2025 taxes are different because they affect all countries at once, including our closest allies. Not since the 1930s has the US put such a broad tax on automobiles. So what does this all mean? The 25% tax on foreign cars and parts is a huge change in trade policy. It might encourage more American production in the long run, but in the short term, it means higher car prices for consumers, disruption to the global car supply chain, potential job losses, strained relations with allies, and a possible trade war. As this situation develops, watch for negotiations. There may be exceptions made, or the policy could be changed if economic or political pressure grows. What do you think about these taxes? Are they worth the cost to consumers if they bring back manufacturing jobs? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos about cars and the economy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.